What's up, everybody? It's Edwin back again for Strictly Comics, and I'm coming at you with this week's comic book reviews. I think I got about 6 titles right now that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys, and we're going to do it a little bit differently. I don't have my microphone set up. It takes so much time to do all this stuff. I'm just winging it. I got the camera close to my face, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Sorry if the audio isn't perfect, but I tried. What am I reviewing first? Bam! Justice League number 23. You guys, oh my god. This book is awesome. I kind of think right now that Trinity War is just blowing Infinity out of the water right now, because I went to my comic book shop. They had first of all, they think they ordered too many, but they said that a lot of people just aren't buying it. Don't really know what that means. I know that I'll get other opinions and other comments from other people saying that, oh, well, my store cleared out. This is just my store here. You know, a lot of people aren't buying it. More people are actually into Trinity War. But, you know, yeah. This book, you guys, is written by Geoff Johns, art by Ivan Reis. Okay, this book is amazing. I was just kind of reading through it. My wife read it first. I was like, you know, don't tell me what's happening. You know, as she's reading, she's like, what? Oh my gosh, what? Say what? You know, I'm just like, don't tell me anything. I'll read it, you know, when I get to it. So as I'm reading it, we you know, obviously, you know, the artwork is amazing. I will say that the artwork is just awesome. That's one of the things I actually like about Trinity War is they've come up with some really, really awesome splash pages. Here's one of them, you guys, with Constantine kind of in the forefront in the middle there. You know, absolutely beautiful artwork. But as we read through this, everybody's fighting. Everybody's trying to get Pandora's box. And we also read that, no, everybody's trying to figure out, like, oh, here's another awesome splash page right here. That is a cool page, man. That is a cool page. But nobody can really figure out, like, why is Superman the only one that's sick and everybody else is just, you know, bent on getting the box. And that's actually explained in this comic book. And it was, I guess her name is it Adam? I think it's Adam. We see that she went into, what is this? Yeah, we see that she went into Superman's ear and planted the kryptonite fragment, attached it to like a nerve or something in his head, which is causing him to get sick more and more slowly. And she also explains, like, I know you guys think that I'm a part of this Justice League team, but I'm actually not. I don't work for you guys. I work for somebody else. And we find out at the end who it is that she's working for. Now, I don't really want to spoil this, so I'm not going to really say exactly how this book turns out at the end. I'll continue, though. We also see that Cyborg just gets the suit ripped the crap off of him. And I'm thinking, like, dude, how could you survive off of that? Like, part of your organs and stuff like are attached to your suit, and the suit kind of takes on a mind of its own. I didn't really get this. I didn't really know that this could happen. All I'm thinking is, like, dang, Cyborg, if that can happen to your suit, you seem like you need to get a different suit, one that you have more control over. But the suit just kind of rips away from Cyborg and forms back together without him. So it's its own evil force without the help of Cyborg. You know, here's another cool page right here. His name is called, I guess now his name is Grid. Kind of cool. We also see this guy right here kind of explain on what's going on with the box and everything. But God, man, you know, I want to tell you guys, but I really kind of, like, unless I'm doing my reviews on like Saturday or Sunday, I don't really want to give you guys any spoilers. I will say this book gets a 5 out of 5 in my opinion. I definitely highly recommend it. I will say this, you guys, this is not the end. It's actually the end of the beginning. And at the end of this issue, I will say that we are introduced to another title, another storyline called Forever Evil #1, So it's actually, this book is continued in Forever Evil #1, so we'll have to get that to figure out how that turns out. Up next, you guys, I got New Avengers #9. Now, as I said on my pull list, I'm going to give Infinity a couple more issues, you know, because it's teetering right now. It's like teetering whether or not I want to keep reading this. Hickman, I even talked to my guy at the comic shop. He's like, he doesn't like Hickman. And I kind of get why. But I read this issue. I got a little bit more understanding on what is going on, at least from Thanos' side. And I find out that he is trying to get the stones to go back on his glove, his gauntlet. But I read another review, and I might have kind of missed this. I came from the understanding of hers that all of the stones are destroyed except for one. You know, I've been reading so many comics, I gotta get this stuff out as soon as possible. I try to, so I don't really go back and reread to find out. But I do know that it has something to do with the stones, that he wants to get the stones. He's in search of the stones again, you know, because he just basically wants to get what's rightfully his. You know, Wolverine gets, you know, the crap stabbed out of him right here by this guy. You know, Wolverine's always getting stabbed, man, or shot or something. But this character who stabs him, I don't think he's aware that, you know, you can't kill Wolverine. He's immortal. So that happens to Wolverine. Then the story continues. Then, who is it? I forget this guy's name. Who is this guy? Where's this guy at? Yeah, this guy and Black Panther, they fight it out, which I think was kind of cool. As soon as I turned, I was like, is that the Thing? You know, I don't really see the Thing too much in comics anymore. And then we also see Namor is at the mercy of this chick right here, and she's kind of like, you know, gonna destroy a world or ask him what his last request is or whatever like that, and he's like, he wants you to destroy a place called Wakanda, which is where the Black Panther is from, because the Black Panther had Atlantis destroyed. So yeah. And we also see right here with the with, I guess everybody has a stone. So I was kind of under the impression that all the stones exist. They're just in the possession of Illuminati members. So, you know, that's basically what he's trying to get. This comic book was definitely better than the last one that I read, the other tie-in. I'll give this a 3.5 out of 5. It wasn't like the greatest issue. The artwork is just amazing. Love the artwork. But as I said, you're only giving me 20 pages. You ripped me off 2 more pages. And as long as that happens, I'm going to continue to dock off a half a point. I really should dock off more, but I'm under the understanding that this is probably going to be the new normal. But it won't be the new normal for me. As long as I get a 20-page comic, I'm going to always dock it off a half. And I think at this point, as long as we have comic books that rate in the 3.5 range, I think I would have to say just borrow it. Any 3.5 rating range from me, I would have to say just borrow it, don't buy it. Alright, you guys, up next, Ultimate Comics, not amazing, but Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 26. Brian Michael Bendis doing a wonderful job as always. What we see here is we see kind of the origin story of Bombshell. It started out with her mother being experimented on, and she was actually in prison for like armed robbery, and she had like 7 years to go. She had already been locked up for like 10 years or something like that, and they gave her an offer to let her out, but only under the condition that basically you become our guinea pig and let us experiment on you. And you know, who wants to stay in jail? So of course she's like, yeah, whatever I gotta do, let me out. They let her out. They do these experiments on her. She gets this power of being able to just explode, make things explode, or have explosions come out of her hand. I'm not really sure. But after they do this, they actually find out that she's pregnant. So genetically, her unborn baby takes on her powers also. Kind of reminds me of, what is that? Tom Strong and the Planet of Peril. You know, I don't think that nobody was copying off of each other, because both these stories, I'm sure, were written around the same time. But that's what it reminds me of. It's interesting. I kind of like it. It's cool. She is just kind of like really in need of some help right here, but she doesn't have really anybody to go to. And then both Spider-Man and Spider-Woman kind of show up and offer her their help, saying that, hey, we can help you. You don't have to do this alone. But she freaks out. She just tries to cause them to explode or whatever, and she tries to run away, but they chase after her. They get a hold of her. Her mother ends up running away. She doesn't really like what's going on. She explodes, a hole in the wall of the facility or whatever, and she leaves. Every time they want to do experiments on somebody, people leave. Like they can't keep them into the facility, so they hire this guy right here, called the what is his name? The Taskmaster, to basically go, you kind of like a bounty hunter. So he has to go and get all these people, and that's exactly what he tries to do. Toward the end of this issue, I won't really say what happens at the end of this issue, but well, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not like a major spoiler. Okay, if you don't want to know what happens at the end of this issue, shut this off right now, because I'm about to give you a spoiler. I know I don't really give spoilers, but I'm going to give you a spoiler anyways. They're actually found by Taskmaster at the very end here. And that's just where we're left off. So, yeah, that's that. The artwork is just very, very well done. I like it a lot. I really enjoy this issue. I was made known by Comic Book Uno that they're going to be doing away with the Ultimate Universe. I really hope that they keep Miles Morales, because I really enjoy this comic book. This book, you guys, gets a solid 4 out of 5 in my opinion. Next, you guys, I got Lazarus #3. This was a really good issue. Not a lot of action, some dialogue. We're getting more and more character development of Lazarus Forever, the Carlisle chick. The very beginning, I think, is really, really cool, because she is basically in the middle of this building, and she's here to just give a message to another family, but yet they want to try to apprehend her, and they're giving her orders to basically surrender and give up all of her weapons. She's like, I'll give you my gun and stuff, but I'm not going to give you my sword. And he's like, give me your blade, So she kind of reaches like she's going to give it to him, and then she just, whoosh, cuts this guy's hand off right here. She's reaching right here, and then, hiya! Just, turns him into Captain Hook. And then, it's a really good story. We see that her loyalty is more towards her dad and not so much to the rest of the family. We also get to see that she actually has feelings and emotions. She has passionate love feelings towards another Forever, which is a part of the other family. We also see that Carlisle Forever, our protagonist, is actually only about 19, 20 years of age, because when she met up with the other immortal, the other Lazarus guy, was about 5 years prior, when she was only about 15 years of age herself, so 14 or 15. So they had a previous relationship, and they actually almost kiss each other right here. So there's definitely some strong feelings towards one another in this issue, and they also tell each other I know that you're the main weapon of this family, I'm the main weapon of this family, but I don't really want to kill you. And the other guy's like, I don't want to kill you either. So it's kind of set in their mind, it seems, so much that even if they had to fight each other, they probably wouldn't kill each other. So we got kind of this Romeo and Juliet kind of thing going on right now, and I could easily see them rebelling against the families for each other and kind of just running away with each other, if that was ever to happen. I don't know. But the story goes on. It's pretty good. The father of Carlisle's family is obviously made known and fully aware of his son's rebelliousness and his own selfish agendas that he has, and doesn't really see him as completely loyal to the best intentions of the rest of the family, and has his own ideas on what he wants to do. So his loyalty definitely is in question. He's definitely, how can I say this? He definitely has people like keeping an eye on him. Like, nobody's just going to leave him be to do whatever it is that he wants. At the end of this issue, I won't say what happens, but it definitely leaves you with a, what the heck was that? What's going on? So it definitely leaves you with a cliffhanger, and it continues to pick up obviously in issue number 4. But it's a really good issue, guys. I have to say that I give Lazarus a 4 out of 5. You know, it wasn't like perfect or anything like that, because there wasn't like a lot of action scenes or anything like that going on, but it was really, really good. I'm really enjoying this title. I don't know why a lot of people aren't really on board with it. It's a really good issue, and I think that as long as they continue to print this, I will continue to buy it. So 4 out of 5 for me, you guys. Check it out.